You are listening to the Beloit podcast.
Our next guest is Zach Douglas. Find him on social media, SoundCloud, and iTunes when you search for Zach D Music. Thanks for listening and enjoy the episode.
I'm not trying to make you dance, but I gotta make a stance. I'm just saying that you can. Why you livers in your hand? I'm not trying to make you dance, but I gotta make a stance. I'm just saying that you can. Why you livers in your hand? Yeah, why you livers in your hand? Yeah, why you livers in your hand? Yeah, I just gotta make a stance. Yeah, I just gotta make a stance. I'm not trying to make you dance, but I gotta make a stance. I'm just saying that you can. Yeah, why you livers in your hand? Ready to see something different, fresh and authentic. They saying they keep it 100, but something is missing. There's been a withdrawal, there's been a withdrawal. My account be on negative. I'm giving all myself, that's the way that I live.
Where does your story in Beloit begin?
I was born and raised here, so we've been back in '85. My family, my mom and dad is actually from Kentucky. And so they came up here to work in the car industry. It was kind of booming back in the day.
Yeah.
So they wanted to make a living for the family. So, that brought me out here, and I love it. Love it.
About 85 years
85.
Man, that's the same year I was born. We graduated the same year, didn't we?
It would have been class of 04. Oh. Yeah, I moved away, but yeah.
So did you go to Memorial?
I did go to Beloit Memorial. I was there for, my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and then I moved away my senior year.
And so you got to kind of experience other places than Beloit.
Yep.
Any noticeable differences? Anything unique about Beloit compared to other places?
Yeah, what I love about Beloit, it does have that like small town feel, but yet like that big city dreaming, feel at the same time. And so I love that. I love that about this city.
Definitely.
The only thing that is kind of something that I would like to see more is I want to see more blended culture.
Yeah.
I still feel like, and maybe some of that is with the media and stuff going on lately.
Culture in general in Beloit.
Yeah, just culture, means like, certain demographic of people just kind of stick with certain demographic of people, still, and it's a shame because we're 35, almost 40,000 people right here, man. We could,
We got everything.
We got everything right here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Where did the inspiration come to become a musician?
Yeah, so for me, I just my family. My dad sings and plays instruments. My uncles, my mom can sing even though she doesn't. But it's in the family.
All right.
So growing up, going to church and playing drums at the church and started playing keys and guitar and everything. So it's just kind of something that's been in the family for a long time.
Second nature to you, kind of?
Yeah, definitely. Music has definitely been like therapeutic for me for a long time. It's just my escape. Most people would go and do sports, and which is nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
But music was as a kid, outside of, girls, because who doesn't like girls when you're growing up as a young boy?
Especially in Beloit, there's, limited options. It's music, sports, girls.
Yeah, for guys, and then vice versa for
a little
the ladies.
Skateboarding in there sometimes.
Yeah, for those who like to skateboard.
Tell us about some of the artists you've worked with. I've seen you've worked with some other artists from Beloit.
Yes.
Tell us about some.
So, definitely worked with a good friend of mine now, Adro.
Yeah.
I love that guy, and he's dropping a song a week. Been doing that for a year, So he's mixing them and producing them, and so he is definitely one of my favorites. Worked really closely with Adam Gasser. That guy is like.
Is it Gasser or Gassar?
I always say Gasser.
He corrected me one time. I said, I will never forget again.
I always say Adam Gasser, but it's probably pronounced differently. But yeah, I love that guy. I mean, he is definitely a legend.
Yeah.
Definitely a legend around here. And those actually, and then I have some family that I've worked with. But I've definitely collabed. We've done some shows. I think since I've been out here, we've done somewhere around 5 shows within a year and a half. And so on the shows I've had, worked with Crown Vic to come out. I had Johnny Dreadlocks come out to a show. Definitely tried some work with some different artists. Yeah, so I definitely try to have a blend. Darius Pro Pittman, now 90 to Harmony, which I actually started playing bass for them. So yeah, I definitely try to work with everyone. And to me, music it's a beautiful expression. So, and it's not just, for me, never just been one genre of music, because I can play music, so I hear it all. So, yeah. And forgive me for if I missed you. And for those who do hear, I want to work with whoever. I want to work with more artists. I want to collab. And a lot of things what artists don't know about me is I'm more than just an artist. I own all my equipment so I can put on live shows, the whole nine. So I want to work with artists.
You record your own music?
I can record my own music as well.
What's it like for you, like from songwriting to recording?
Oh man, to be honest, I like the songwriting part of it better than the recording part of it. But the recording part is fun because I can always hear it in my head before it even comes out. And so what's cool is to be like, okay, I can hear what it sounds like in my head, and that gives me something that isn't really tangible, but tangible to work with.
Right.
And so to take something that's just a thought and make it into a creation it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. And then as you're working through it, those are those like fortunate accidents where you tweak something a little more and it gives it a little more echo or reverb or makes it sound distorted or something. Like, that sounds amazing.
Whole different part of the art.
Yeah. So it's fun.
All right, let's get back to Beloit. Some of your more memorable moments in Beloit. Do you have any memorable moments?
I have a lot of moments in this city that I can go back to. But I would say one of my most memorable moments would be moving back here. When I came back in 2009, and then I was living in St. Paul with my family. And so wanted to come back out here, to raise my family and to just get back involved with my city. And so I think for me, being back here, it's been good. It has its challenges because I want to leave a legacy, just kind of I've always wanted to do that with my life.
Right.
And so having my hometown a part of that makes it even better. So I would say definitely being back out here and working towards just a vision has been fun.
A lot of times it comes up that people get the feeling growing up here that they have to go somewhere else to make it.
Yeah.
Did you ever get that feeling?
No, I do. I do go back and forth sometimes. Because even some people, they'll leave, right? So, we know people who have left, they've had some semi-success, and then they end up back here.
Yep.
So success is definitely predicated on the person. And I think you have a greater opportunities maybe in a big city, but when you're in a larger city, then also you have a lot more competition. And so, honestly, I want to capitalize on just being right here in my home city. That's part of why I decided to buy live equipment to put on live shows. Versus just dumping a bunch of money into studio equipment, because fortunately I have that with working with Adro. But most people, they'll go buy a bunch of studio equipment and make great music, but you hardly ever get an opportunity to go and perform. I can set up anywhere and have a show.
I wonder if a lot of kids today are considering, being a live musician versus a studio musician. I know.
Difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference. What keeps you motivated?
My family. I have part of it too is, again, I know eventually I'm gonna die. Like no one lives
Mortality.
forever. Yeah. So no one lives forever. So eventually I'm gonna be gone, and so I want to leave something for my children and my children's children. And so having that drive to be like, hey, my life is lived for me. Yes, I'm having fun, and I'm working through life's ups and downs and lefts and rights, but I'm building something and I want to leave something.
Right.
So that's kind of my driving force. Is I want to leave a legacy, for my community and for my family, for my children to be proud and my children's children to be proud.
Definitely. Do you have a favorite quote, a favorite saying?
I have a lot of quotes. I wouldn't say I have a favorite quote, but I do have a saying that is just kind of me, and it's just love and acceptance, and just for what they are. I feel like a lot of times just in society we just reject people or we write off people before we even give the opportunity.
Yeah.
And so, you know, love and acceptance, I'm going to accept the person for who they are, just as they are, you know, and then I'm going to love them for who they are, just as they are, you know, and just because, and these words get twisted and they get used and misused and overused, but just at the bare basis, just love and acceptance without like an elaborate example. My perfect example for that, and I will say this just to kind of pin myself, would be Jesus. You know, a lot of people, even with my music too, they say, well, Zach, you're a Christian rapper, and that's fine. I mean, I am a Christian, and I believe the teachings of Jesus and the teachings of the Bible, if they are actually practiced, I mean, they bring good. So, I mean, yeah, so you can tag me with that. If it's leading to something good and helping me be a better person and helping society to be better, then tag me with that. I'm all right with that.
That's a good thing. Podcasting. I'm trying to find out if people like podcasts. What do you listen to if you do listen to podcasts?
Ooh, so I'm kind of all over the map when it comes to podcasts, but I really like Impact Theory, and I always get his name wrong. Tom Beloit. Yeah, Impact Theory. I love Impact Theory, and that's just, you know, human potential is limitless.
Yes.
And that's kind of one of his lines, you know. And so that's kind of my deal. It's like we have untapped potential all the time walking around.
Yes.
You know, and so I want to tap into that for myself and hopefully to inspire someone else to tap into that.
Advice or comments for fellow Beloiters?
Yeah, so I would say, you know, let's work together. I mean, I would definitely say that, you know, there's a lot of talented people here, just business professionals, there's artists. I've met some great people here. I definitely say it's hard when you have a lot of people doing a lot of the similar thing. A preacher said this a long time ago. He goes, if you got a church down the road that has 20 people in it, and you got another church down the road that has 20 people in it, how about you come together and have now 40 people in one church? You know, so I would definitely say you don't always have to be the leader or the boss, and don't be afraid to work with people. It's many hands make light work. So for the artists and the business professionals, I'm saying that for myself too. I'm willing to work with whoever wants to work, and I bring stuff to the table. So get at me, as they would say.
Before we finish up, what's next?
So 2019 is a really great year. I did mention that I started playing bass for 90 to Harmony, and so I'm excited for that. Zach D Music, I have a collection of songs that is just being recorded and kind of touched up, so I'm excited to get those songs done. And then some stuff I guess I'm just not ready to share yet, but there's stuff coming this year. We're definitely looking to try to bring more professional talent to the area too. You know, and we have vision. You know, we're working on some of it. I don't want to get too far ahead.
It's always good to have a surprise.
Yeah, so we'll keep a couple of surprises, but definitely want to give a shout out though to Beth and Joe with the Vibe High Music. They've been doing great.
Yeah, made it out there this year. That was I didn't get in all the way, but it was fun. It was a good place.
That festival was awesome. So we want to see more, you know, like that, you know, here. So
what's the best location online for people to keep up with you? So
at Zach D Music, ZACKD Music, Zach D Music. And you can basically look anywhere. My Facebook is probably the most active.
Okay.
But I have the Bandcamp. I have, you name it, SoundCloud, all that stuff. So find the page, like the page. You know, we got music on iTunes now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Zach, thanks for joining.
Yes, thank you.
Hashtag woke. The mixtape. Killing it from city to city. This is to uplift the hearts. Check it. On the grind.
24/7, I've been working overtime. Ain't got no much to show for it.
Come on.
Still had to sell my soul for it. Just to get by.
You should be rocking with that. 24/7, I've been working overtime. Yeah.
Ain't got that much
Your hands should be bobbing by now.
Still had to sell my soul for it.
Check it.
Just to get by.
So where do I begin? I might as well give thanks to the man that I becoming and the man that I ain't. See the world trying to paint vivid pictures of a mister who not doing nothing but destroying lives like a twister. Man, don't let it get ya. Doing well, broke the spell, aim to empty out your jump. I better image of themselves, so I work hard. Long hours and late night, make time for the kids. Y'all working date night. I'm not rich, but I have some things in place that keep me fit. For example, there's some people that I just don't rock with. They withdraw the profits, so I had to stop it. They add no value to my life, so I had to